Hello there, this is the p.2 and these are the rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today it's finally time to test this beauty. The Lamborghini Terzo Millennio in multiplayer in Classic Season. Now I make a lot of emphasis on this whole thing because I already made a couple of videos on this car before, because I had an MP tune for the rank of 1772. Then I pro'd it out before the patch, and now, after the patch, it's time to test it out and see how it performs in regular classic multiplayer. I had to make sure that I was an elite over there, so I had to record, well, I'm recording this after the Friday multiplayer in which I was able to get to elite. And that is because I don't like testing cars like this, or in general doing MP tests in Master Season, because normally people don't bring their A game in that game mode. They go boosted or lower ranked cars or whatever. But in Classic is where people are actually trying pretty hard to get some good results, and that's where we're gonna test this out. And you know that I like showing you how many races I have. I have 50 races so far. And like I said, I'm recording this after the Friday multiplayer, so if my voice is a little bit busted, that is why. But yeah, let's jump in. And by the way, if you don't know what the Friday multiplayer is, you're missing out. Basically, every single Friday, so long as I'm available, we do a multiplayer session with the Vroomers. We organize in our Discord server, link is in the description, and then we get into multiplayer, we color coordinate, we jump into certain brackets. It's a lot of fun. So if you want to participate, make sure that you're in our Discord server and be ready next Friday, because we constantly do this. But anyway, now let's talk about the car itself. And I did say in a previous video that I was gonna actually be playing with this car before I recorded the video, because I wanted to test it by myself and kind of reach my own conclusions. Ah, come on, why you push me, buddy? Ah, you mother... I'm okay, this race is already in the garbage. But I did say that I wanted to test this car by myself in order to try to analyze it and reach some sort of conclusion before I jumped into a video, because normally, you know that I like doing live reactions and all of that. Obviously this is a live commentary, but in this particular case I really wanted to try to formulate my opinion on this car before I got into the races, because sometimes I get too much into the commentary itself, and when I'm doing commentary I don't pay as much attention to the races. That's why I normally play better when I'm not doing any commentary, but whatever. The point is that I've been doing that, and I'm gonna tell you what I think about the car when we get to the next race, because this went all sorts of sideways. And 5th place, let's go, baby. Alright, beaten by a Faraday, a couple of Cians, another Faraday, and then there's my car. Yeah, only because that Cian pushed me, but it's fine, I'm fine, whatever. Kind of appropriate that we're in Tokyo, a very long track, to use my incredibly long Nitro. Wait, what? No. Alright, that is the very first thing that we need to get out of the way when we're going to talk about this game. The Nitro duration. This car before the Rebalance had absolutely killer levels of Nitro. It was really, really, really good. And I did ask you in another video to leave me the key phrase saying or hoping that GameLove wasn't going to mess up the Nitro duration. And unfortunately, they did. They did tweak it. Now it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Now, that is not to say that it's bad Nitro duration. I'm not gonna say that, oh my god, this is absolutely terrible, but it certainly is nowhere near as good as it used to be. And that actually brings a little bit of a topic that I'll talk later in terms of how people are just quickly dismissing this car just because it got that bit of a nerf. That considerable, really, considerable nerf in the Nitro. But, oh, come on, you bull. I'm okay, whatever. I'm gonna take another route because I already lost. That, oh my god, that's the second race in a row when I'm gonna get a very good result, and then somebody pushes me just in the right way to push me somewhere else and get me into a wall and lose. I'm okay. I'm not raging, you are raging. Okay. Things like this happen sometimes. It's all fine, don't worry, it's all fine. I gotta keep my cool. It's fine. Faraday, just go loot or something. Seriously, I could have won this race. Jesus. Okay. So anyway, I'm gonna count as concluded that topic on the Nitro. I'm just gonna summarize it as Nitro nerfed, not garbage, not amazing, usable. That's what it is. And if someone comes to me and says that, oh, the Nitro on this thing is terrible, you certainly have never driven the Brabham, so you don't know what terrible Nitro is. But anyway, so yeah, Nitro is alright. Now, one thing that surprised me about this car is that the acceleration remains to be pretty alright. Actually, I was asking Invalid User. I did a test of the acceleration and we got to a certain conclusion in terms of the time. I don't remember what the exact time is, but from what I understand and from what Invalid has told me, basically the acceleration of this car is slightly above average, which is at the end of the day the most I could ask for. Granted, obviously I could ask for king level of acceleration, but it's kind of unlikely that Game Loft is going to make an old car to have insane acceleration. Let's forget about all of those B-class cars that they have buffed nonsensically, like the, what is it, the Cadillac whatever and the Bentley whatever in Class B. Man, those things are insane. I don't know why Game Loft did that, but whatever. So acceleration, at least it's alright. It's also competitive. Nothing out of the extraordinary, but definitely nothing that you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is horrendous. Alright, I got beaten by a Faraday, Batista, just absolute, but I did beat another Faraday, so that's something, I suppose. I gotta take every little bit of win, I guess. Now, the one place where I have noticed, or I feel, very subjectively, I feel that this car improved, is in the handling. It feels like a more agile car than it was before. And normally that tends to be the case, right? When you have an agile car in this game, they tend to give it bad nitro. Like I said, it's not that it's straight up horrendous nitro, but hey. Oh, look at that. There's a white Terzo Millennio over there. And by the way, I should change the color of my car just for good measure. Why not? Hold on. Can I avoid getting destroyed here? Yes, I can. And there we go. Now, I normally get somewhat decent results in this track. Especially, I mean, we're in the space track and I'm on the space car. This totally looks like a space car. It's fine. Whoa! Whoa! What happened with these two dudes? Up! Oh boy! Oh boy! My nitro! Okay, this got a little bit sweaty. It's fine, but I'm out of nitro. And this is no good. Like I said, this nitro is not amazing, so I don't want you to be like, CDB2, this is terrible. Yeah, it's not amazing, but it's not out of the standard level of nitro for the average car, so this is alright, it's usable. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hold on. I hear something behind me. No, why did you gotta steal all my nitro? Okay, it's fine. Whoever's behind me is very far behind, so let's go, Baba! Third place, I'll take it! Oh man, this got a little bit complicated, but I made it. 30 points, let's go! Yes, Absolute and a Faraday beat me, but I did beat an Absolute, another Faraday, a Terzo Millennio, and a Cyan. Let's go! See? It's not a bad car, I tell ya! And just for clarity, there's the race counter so that you know that I'm not skipping races and all of that, but yeah, let me change the color. So like I was saying earlier, that is why I wanted to play with this car by myself without recording or anything, to kind of wrap my head around the performance of the car, because man, like I said, it's very easy for me to get distracted as I'm doing live commentary because of all of the randomness that happens, and sometimes I don't notice things that are occurring or whatnot. So that's why I did it on my side, and like I said, it gave me a pretty decent opportunity to get to judge this car by its own merits, as opposed to by, oh, this is what happened in 8 races that I recorded for a video, because I played with this car. I mean, to be fair, I played it in Master Season, not in Classic Season, but even then, at that point, it was not necessarily that oh, come on, dude! Jesus! He wrecked! He pushed me in a very strange way that made me lose the path to the ramp, but he also wrecked because of that. Or at least it looked like it did. Maybe he just lagged out. I don't know, but hey, second place, I'll take it! I'll take it. I hope he did crash, because that makes things so much more fun. Yeah, it might have been this one instead of this one. I don't know, but hey, 34 points. I got defeated by a Faraday, but I beat a Batista, Faraday, Senna, and an X2. Okay, no kings by any means, but fine. It's alright. Ooh, we're back into orbital loop. But yeah. So in general, as I was saying, by playing it in Master Season, I wasn't necessarily trying to compare the performance of the cars of this car against others. What I was trying to figure out is how it felt to drive. And I've seen people commenting on this, be it on Discord or on YouTube, saying that this car is a bad car, that they completely butchered this car and it's terrible and it has physics issues and all of that. Ah! Right as I said that, I do a terrible jump. That was my fault. But no, actually, I personally haven't noticed any problems with the physics. I haven't noticed this car doing... Someone said that this car does insane jumps nowadays. I haven't seen that. Problems with ramps, I haven't seen that. Now, I'm willing to say or willing to guess that maybe some of those physics issues might be related to having the game... You know, at some point in the past, I had an issue with physics, and it was related to the install of the game, where we figured out that apparently... for some reason in some devices if the physics might be actually different and your car might scrape against the floor, may do terrible in ramps, and then you reinstall the game and suddenly works better. So I don't know if after the update maybe the physics got messed up, or maybe someone is actually experiencing some massive issues with physics of this card, but I'm here to tell you that I haven't noticed any real physics issues with it. That's a knockdown, by the way. I haven't really noticed any physics issue with the car, so I don't know what they're talking about. I cannot attest to noticing those issues. It has been working perfectly fine for me. And last place, great. Well, technically I did beat Batista because disconnected, but whatever. Terrible race, fine. So in general, I have seen people being very hyperbolic about this car in terms of the performance, and I think that is just a bad way of talking about this thing, or the whole thing. Because... yeah, it's not an amazing car by any means, but you know what? The fact that it is not an amazing king, it doesn't mean that it's a bad car. You might be thinking, DBT, oh, sorry, whoever I knocked down. You might be thinking, DBT, but see, you're not getting any W's in this video. Yep, that's exactly my point. It's not a king. But I'm not getting all L's, and some of these L's are actually just my fault because of skill issue. That's fine, I understand that. It's a perfectly competitive car. I don't think, if you want to go for this car, don't think that, oh my god, it's the best car out there. Nah, it's not. But it's a perfectly usable car, so long as you drive it well, which I just didn't, and I lost a position because of that. Thank you very much. It's a perfectly usable car, and for a Class S car right now, it's surprisingly cheap. They didn't... Ooh! Come on! I was like, oh, they crashed, and then I proceed to crash, and yet somehow I'm still second place. Let's go, baby! What a miss. Surprisingly, this car, you can still get it for 3.2 million fusion coin. I can guarantee you it will get to 4 million at some point. I just feel like Gameloft completely forgot to change the price on the car. But any Class S car that it's already rebalanced, that it's sold for fusion coin, sells for 4 million. So you can still get this for a discount if you want it, but just don't expect it to be absolutely insanely amazing. The Jesco Absolute beat everybody, but in a way, really weird, but I beat a Batista, Senna, and a Cian. Let's go! Oh crap, I just realized that I changed the color and I didn't actually show you the race counter, but don't worry, you can keep track of it anyway. But yeah, I decided to bring the Lambo in a different color because you know that I like options. I don't like always driving the car in the same color, and man, this definitely has some nice colors. The default gray is kind of meh, but the one that I brought, the Choco Lambo, it's beautiful. Though the textures haven't loaded properly and it looks a little bit odd, but still, it's a beautiful color. It's the same color that the SBJ has, or I've oh no 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 no! Oh Jesus! Oh boy, where's the train? Where's the train? I'm scared of the train. Hold on. Focus, DBT, focus. Here comes the train. Ah! Goddamn train. Oh man! He wrecked, so I'm fourth place. Let's go! Yeah, Choco Lambo looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if it's exactly the same tone as the SBJ, the same color, but it looks like it, so I don't know. But man, these trains, I seriously hate those trains. And that is one thing that I've complained in Hot Wheels Unleashed, the first game, though the second one is going to be coming out soon and I'll make videos on it. But I hated that game, all the RNG elements in the maps, because there were a lot of RNG on the obstacles and whatnot. I dislike that. And I gotta say, I also dislike it over here. Though it's not as bad in multiplayer and TLEs. On TLEs, it's a bit more deterministic, so it's not that much of a problem. But in general, I don't like so much the randomness of events in multiplayer. You expect something to be reliably consistent, I suppose. But oh well. Now, the real question for this video is, am I gonna get a W at all? Kinda doubt it, but a man can dream. Now, if you wanna get a heart and a pin in this video, you need to leave me the key phrase, which for today is going to be, not being a king doesn't mean that it's a bad car. First person to post it gets a heart, a pin, you know how this works. And yeah, I do mean it, because like I said earlier, people have been a bit too harsh to this car, saying like, oh, it's trash now. It's not trash. It's an okay car, that's all it is. And honestly, that's the best. Well, I think that's the average thing that could have happened. Yeah, we could have gotten a horrendous car, or we could have had an amazing, oh god, an amazing car. It's neither. It's perfectly fine in the middle, and that's why whenever I see people saying like, oh, but this car is trash now, it's like, no, it's not. Stop saying that. It makes no sense. It is an okay car. You can get some decent results with it. If you drive it well, I'm sure you can get a bunch of W's. If you drive it terrible like me, then you get a bunch of L's. That's fine. I know the limits of my abilities, okay? But no, legit, it's just okay. Nothing to write home about, nothing to be upset about. Yeah, sure, the Nitro took an L, but at the end of the day, at least it's more competitive now than it was if you had it at Pro at the rank of 1806, where it would be incredibly underranked for matches against its natural competition. So, alright, second place, not bad. Centenario first, I beat an Owl and an Arash, but that one was completely unboosted, so that doesn't tell me a whole lot of anything. Alright. Oh man, this took forever to load, Jesus! I haven't had time to change the color of the car, I had to reactivate some boosters because they timed out. It easily took like 5 minutes for me to start this race, holy mother. I guess there's not a lot of people playing right at this moment, but it's kind of weird because in this, in Classic you expect to see a lot of people in this league, but then again maybe, no, it's plenty time for people to get to it. Who knows? But oh well, it took forever, but let's see what we can do, and I brought my white Terzo Millennio and someone brought a blue one because beautiful, beautiful thing. I've just been having such bad luck in these races, and then I drive horrible. I'm just been having such terrible luck. Oh well, that's why I always say that whatever results I get in these videos, it's not proof that it's good. Why did I take this ramp? Taking this ramp might actually have saved me from that wreck. Holy mother of... Did you see that? Someone wrecked and someone wrecked on the other guy's wreck. And because of the jump, I was... Oh, that was beautiful. Anyway, yeah, that's why I always say that whatever results I get in these videos, it's not necessarily anything to go by like, oh, this proves that the car is great, this proves that the car is terrible. No, that's just DVT and a skill issue. That's fine. If you really want to figure out what this car can do when it's very well driven, then I'm not the channel to watch. You know that I'm a very mid player. My gameplay is very mid, and I'll give you mid results. But at the end of the day, I think that is a good thing because sometimes it's good to see what the average Joe can do, even though my name isn't Joe, but you know what I'm saying. It works, right? At the end of the day, I'm so perfectly fine with the end result of the rebalance of the Terzo Millennio. Yeah, I'm a bit sad that the Nitro isn't as good, but it's still a very usable car, and I promise you that I'm gonna be using it a bunch, especially when I'm gonna do some gauntlet with Lamborghinis only, even though there's already plenty Lamborghinis to choose in classes that I have already all at Pro. The Terzo Millennio is kind of a fun one. It's important because it's so beautiful. It's the only properly electric Lambo, so even though you know that I love for cars to vroom, from time to time it's... Oh god! How did I not get destroyed over there? I don't know, but I'll take it. It's fine, and actually that's why I didn't want to do my usual gimmick of turning on my V12 in these races, just because I wanted to enjoy the car as is, without the extra horsepower that the V12 turning on gives. Man, oh god. Well, okay, whatever. At least I'm gonna finish top 3. That is if I don't mess it up too hard. Unless someone wants to crash. Hey, people, if you want to crash and give me a W, I will be perfectly fine by that. You know, I'm just saying. I'm not wishing you to crash. I'm just saying that if you were to crash, that would probably be good for me, and I would be happy about it. But not... whatever. So, alright. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the second place. I'll take it. But yeah, overall, the car is okay. It's not terrible like people are making it out to be. It's not amazing. It's fine. If you own it and you have it at Pro, you can definitely have some fun. If you don't own it, you can buy it for cheap while it's still cheap. And, you know, Pro it or not, that's up to you. I'm not going to try to convince you. But it is a beautiful car, and it's the only Lambo electric, so that might be worth something. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. So alright, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit the like button. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do, because we're trying to get to 9,000 subscribers, and we're gonna do it at some point, but I need your help for that. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody, and stay safe. Bye-bye.